The November wind cut through Margaret's threadbare shawl as she stood at the edge of Connor Hayes' ranch. Her 3 children huddled behind her like frightened sparrows. Her hands trembled, not just from the cold, but from the humiliation of what she was about to do. Her husband had been dead for 8 months, taken by fever, leaving her with nothing but debts and 3 hungry mouths. She tried everything washing clothes until her fingers bled, taking in mending by candlelight, even begging the church for help. But winter was coming, merciless and unforgiving, and the landlord had given her 1 week to vacate. Connor Hayes was her last hope, though they'd never spoken more than passing pleasantries at the general store. He was a solitary man, weathered and quiet, who'd lost his own wife years ago to childbirth. Everyone said he turned to stone after that, wanting nothing to do with anyone. But Margaret had seen something different in his eyes, once a flicker of recognition, of shared pain. When he opened the door, she didn't wait for him to speak. "Please, Mr. Hayes," she whispered, her voice breaking. "Just 1 winter. Let us stay in your barn, your shed, anywhere. I'll work, I'll do anything. Cook, clean, mend fences. My children won't be trouble. I swear it. Just until spring." Connor's weathered face remained unreadable as he looked at the hollow-cheeked woman and her skeletal children. The youngest couldn't have been more than 4, shivering violently in a coat 2 sizes too small. For a long moment, he said nothing, and Margaret felt her last thread of hope beginning to fray. Connor Hayes had built walls around his heart higher than any fence on his property. For 5 years, he'd kept the world at arm's length, finding comfort only in the rhythm of work and the silence of his empty house. But something about Margaret's eyes, that particular shade of desperation mixed with dignity, shattered something inside him. He'd seen that look in the mirror after burying his Sarah, not the barn, he finally said, his voice rough as gravel. Margaret's face fell, and she nodded, turning to gather her children. "The house," he continued. "There's rooms enough. Children shouldn't sleep in barns." The transformation began slowly. Margaret proved to be exactly what she'd promised, a tireless worker who asked for nothing and gave everything. She filled his cold house with warmth that had nothing to do with the fire she kept burning. Her children, initially silent as ghosts, gradually bloomed with proper meals and safety. The youngest, Emma, began leaving wildflowers on Connor's table,